and welcome to Perspectives on the Voice of America. I'm Ndimyake, Mwakalyelye. The 2008 Summer Olympic Games in Beijing, China are less than 3 weeks away, and athletes from around the world are in their final leg of preparation. Many of them will not only come with a strong desire to win, but also unique personal stories to tell. Perhaps none is more unique than the story of swimmer Natalie Toit of South Africa. She's the first amputee to qualify for the Olympics and will be competing in a demanding new event, the 10-kilometer open water race. Toit had her lower left leg amputated after a traffic accident in 2001, but eventually resumed training with the goal of competing in the Olympics. Now 24, she'll be the first athlete to compete in both the Olympics and the Paralympics. Those games begin in Beijing on September 6th.
So to go to the Olympics, I think, you know, my dream has been realized, and I always said to people that would be the top of the iceberg to qualify for the Olympics. And now that I've sort of achieved it, I always gave myself till 2012 because I'm going to stop swimming after 2012 or London. And I gave myself till then, so I've sort of made it a lot easier on myself to qualify now already.
More than 10,000 athletes will compete in the Summer Games. And while, like Natalie Toit, they will try to fulfill their personal dreams, they also will represent their respective countries. For spectators and supporters from the more than 200 countries, the Olympics represent a chance to cheer for their countrymen and women. As VOA's Brian Padden reports, for the athletes, national pride is a powerful motivator.
Aminata Diouf will soon abandon her beauty salon business to represent Senegal in track and field at the Beijing Olympics. This will be her third trip to the Olympics. She says the experience is always emotional.
I feel like an ambassador who is very proud. It is this motivation that makes you want to train at 200% of your abilities. The goal is to satisfy an entire nation.
While the Olympic Charter stresses peaceful competition, it is also a time of surging national pride. Olympic historian David Wallenchensky says for years the International Olympic Committee tried to limit the focus on nationalism by refusing to release national medal totals.
I mean, in the press room, in the main press center, everybody's creating their own, national medal total. So finally, they say, okay, we're going to put a billboard up to show you the national medal total, but we're not going to talk about it. You can do whatever you want. Then finally, it's even on the website of the International Olympic Committee.
Patriotism can give athletes a sense of purpose beyond personal achievement. 17-year-old Palestinian sprinter Gadir Grouf says she hopes that by competing in the Olympics, she can bring international attention to the plight of her people.
I'm going to represent Palestine, a country that is considered by many to be an irrelevant place. It is not irrelevant. It has people like us, educated people. It has concerned and educated people, and I'm going to prove that to them at the Olympic Games.
Pride in a country's Olympic athletes can unite, if only for a short time, an entire nation. In the 2004 Athens Olympics, the Iraqi soccer team's unexpected success, making it all the way to the semifinals, became a symbol of unity and hope to a nation in the clutch of daily violence. Former Paralympian John Register works with the U.S. Olympic Committee's Program for Physically Handicapped Athletes. He says the Olympics can also be a place of reconciliation for enemies.
My greatest vision I could have would be somebody that is injured and becomes a Paralympic athlete from the United States, and somebody that's injured and becomes a Paralympic athlete from Iraq or Afghanistan, sitting down at a future Paralympic Games, sharing their stories.
Most Olympic athletes understand that how they conduct themselves at the Games will reflect upon their countries. Modern pentathlon athlete Mickey Kelly is a lieutenant in the U.S. Army.
You have to stand a little bit taller and definitely remember that there's all those other people behind you too. So it's a great a way to show your respect back to your country and, for me, back to the military.
With the eyes of their nations upon them, these athletes say the best they can do is do their best. Brian Padden, VOA News.
And that's it for today. For more on the Olympic Games in Beijing, go to voanews.com. Until tomorrow, I'm Ndimyake Mwakalyelye for the Voice of America.